Welcome back to Animal Farming. On this segment, we shall learn the importance of crossbreeding and how it helps to increase production. Crossbreeding is defined as the process or the act of producing offspring, particularly through mating two purebred individuals but come from different breeds, varieties, or species. It is usually done with the intent of producing an offspring that would acquire desired traits of the parents' lineages. This is commonly practiced by breeders, especially when the desired traits would be beneficial to the offspring, such as its biological fitness being enhanced.
It depends, sometimes you have a farmer who wants to have the best characteristics of a Jersey and the best characteristics of maybe another one like Friesian, for example. Friesian produces more milk, Jersey produces milk with a lot of butter fat. So, but the farmer needs both qualities. That's the time they can do crossing. And when they do crossing, they have an animal that is in the middle of the two, producing more milk with better butter fat. And this is an animal that probably is tailor-made with the farmer. That's why you say breeding. You tailor-make what you want. What do you want to be the product? Yeah. So you begin with the product and work backwards. Yeah. You don't begin with mating and then get anything you want. So you begin by describing what you want and then select the parents of what you want. Most animals are pedigree. Pedigree means they are pure. If you cross, they are no longer pure. They are not registered as pedigree. When you cross, they go back to foundation. We have a hierarchy of about 4 stages. Foundation, then we move to intermediate, we go to appendix, and then pedigree. If you get a cross between a pedigree Friesian and a pedigree Jersey, you go back to foundation. Yeah, so that's the disadvantage. The other disadvantage is that because of this crossbreeding all over, we have lost very, very good animals, because when you cross, you mix the genes until you no longer have the pure breeds, so you lose them.
For a farmer to select the best bull to fit their desire, there is a catalog that exhibits all the bull's breed available, its physical traits, its body weight, among other important factors that need to be considered.
When the bulls have produced semen, there is what we call semen catalog. Semen catalog is a book showing the sire name, the sire breed, and the details of that sire, what that sire will bring into the mating, the traits of the sire, what are the key things that that sire will bring into the mating. So that one has those details. So the farmer will look at his or her animals, look at what those animals are, the strengths and the weaknesses, and then go to the sire catalog. Go slowly through all the bulls to check which bull will help in that mating. Alternatively, there are also softwares which are cheap now for breeding. Those softwares, you just key in the strengths and weaknesses of your animal, including the breed, and it will select the bull for you automatically. Yeah, it will give you alternatives, several alternatives. But since we have not reached there, the small-scale farmers can still do what we call manual selection, look at the animal and select the bull that is good for them using the bull catalog, which KAKRIK has and provides to the farmers. Yes, when the farmer does the wrong semen selection, for example, if the legs were weak already for that cow, and they bring in a bull that makes the legs worse, that cow will not survive because it will not be able to carry itself, so it will be culled. Yeah, maybe after one lactation, the animal is culled, removed out of the herd and slaughtered, because it cannot carry herself. So that is why we normally say choose the right sire for the right animal. Otherwise, you mess the animals, you mess the product. Semen is the safest of all because it's not treated, but what we do is that we treat the animals, we select animals which are free of diseases, and we isolate them. This is a quarantine station, for example. People are not allowed except only a field day like today. Being a quarantine station, we don't have diseases. And because of that, we produce clean semen. And we also double check. After producing the semen, we check the semen for any disease, which is done as a standard. Now, because there's no disease in the semen, it is not likely to transmit any disease. But if the farmer uses a bull in the village, that bull will have gone round inseminating other animals and brings diseases with it. So they are safe with the semen.
For semen to be of good quality, now apart from the genetic makeup, now the animal has to be of good quality, or should be of sound health, both the semen and the animal itself. Now there are some diseases which can be transmitted from the sire, that's the bull, to the dam, that's the animal that is going to be served. Now we normally test before an animal is subjected to semen production. We test for reproductive diseases. We take samples to the vet labs and they test. There are those reproductive diseases that can be transmitted to the dam, and we test for them. And any animal, so currently we have never heard of any bull that has proved to be positive to those conditions. If at all a certain bull proves to be positive, of course that one cannot be used for semen production. Now apart from that, now we control these other diseases like foot and mouth disease. Of course, the Kagrik is a quarantine station. We vaccinate after every 4 months against the FMD, and at the same time we control the traffic into the center. Now, nobody, if at all, let's say somebody is not working within the center, nobody is supposed to come towards the bull rinds. Now, for the others, the other diseases like Rift Valley fever, like rampant skin disease, etc., we vaccinate, especially Rift Valley fever, we vaccinate when we have threat. Like if at all, let's say, like when there is a heavy downpour, we normally vaccinate against Rift Valley fever. Now, RSD, that is rampant skin disease, we vaccinate on annual basis.
Semen collection is done from a very clean environment. The bulls must be washed before they are taken for semen harvesting. This is to ensure that the semen will not be contaminated or tampered with.
Before semen correction, before the semen is collected from a bull, the first thing that we normally do is to clean the bull in the morning, and we trim off any prepucial hairs that are on the prepucial region. Now, the purpose of cleaning the bull is to make sure that whatever you are going to collect from the bull is not contaminated with any dirt or any foreign material that's not supposed to be in the semen. So this is the work that we normally do in the morning, and then after that, the bulls are tethered or tied outside there to dry off. Wacha ipande. So now normally the bull is allowed to mount once, and then it is pulled back. Now that is what we call teasing, and the purpose of teasing is to increase the libido and also the quality of semen that you are going to get. Now you can tease for about 2 to 3 times. Now the purpose of teasing is to increase the quality of semen that you are going to get, and of course you increase both the volume and the spermatozoa concentration. We have collected around 3 mLs of semen from that bull. Now, these 3 mLs, now depending on the concentration of the semen that you are going to, or of the spermatozoas that you are going to get, now this can be used to inseminate around 200 to 300 bulls, 200 to 300 animals or dams outside there. Now, that is the importance of one of the reasons why AI is good. You don't have wastage of semen. Otherwise, if at all it could have been natural mating, the whole of this could have gone into one dam. Whereas when you are using AI, this one can be used to inseminate around 200 to 300, depending on the concentration of the spermatozoas that you are going to get. When we check, we're using an instrument we call the Accuser in the lab.
After the semen collection, the semen is taken to the laboratory for further test and measurement to feed the desired amount to be used for artificial insemination process. When performing the AI process, sometimes a cow may defect from the serving and loses heat or fails to fertilize. This leads to a repeat of the serving process again to the cow. Dr. Kios advises on the best time to repeat the AI process after the first failure.
You know, a lot of farmers get frustrated when they inseminate and the animal does not get pregnant and they have to repeat again and so forth. Sometimes there could be mistakes. The timing. Probably the farmer brought the animal too early or brought the animal too late. It did not conceive. It could also be diseases. It could also be because of other conditions that are prevailing. So what we do is that when a farmer brings an animal, is inseminated, doesn't conceive, is allowed to inseminate a second time. If it does not conceive for the second time, a veterinary doctor will go and look at the animal, and after checking the animal, reproductive soundness of the animal, will prescribe what treatment needs to be done before that animal is again done AI. And I should say incidences are very, very low. Yeah. For example, most of the people who use Kakrik semen have one conception per one insemination. It is wonderful. You can use these days what we call ultrasound. They can call a service provider who has an ultrasound, can just check using the ultrasound quickly. Very, very easy. And then the other thing is that there's a group who are developing what we call a litmus, almost like litmus test, where they normally use the urine and check. So I hope that one will come soon in the market. But currently they can do ultrasound. I'm advising Kenyan farmers, let's embrace technology. Let's use AI. And to get good results, the farmer should use the catalog to select the right sire for the animal, and they should not allow the AI technician to select the sire for them alone. Normally, most farmers don't take active role in selection of the animals. Most farmers will call an AI technician and inform them that my animal is on it and it needs insemination. The AI technician normally will select any semen that's available or will use any semen available to inseminate, only to the detriment of the farmer. So we are saying farmers should take active role, select the sire themselves, and dictate to the AI technician which sire they want used on their animals, rather than leave everything to the AI technician. Kenya Animal Genetic Resources can sell semen direct to the farmer if they need, as long as they have an AI technician to help them. Also, we have agents in all over this country. We have so many agents whom we have trained on how to use semen. We have trained on how to help them select the best sires. And those agents are found in each and every county. They can look at the website of Kakrik to be able to know who is where in terms of agents. Yeah, it is very, very easy. And also we are working with 22 counties. They can also get semen right from the county of their choice. We have 22 of them. So semen is all over and everywhere.
Bulls are listed in catalogs and their pedigree, and EPDs are provided to help with their selection. Expected progeny differences. These are used to estimate how future progeny of an animal will compare to the progeny of other animals within the breed. Farmers should do correct bull selection to help them increase the dairy breeds in their farm. Stay tuned. On the next episode, we shall learn more on artificial insemination and semen selection process.